Welcome back. Of course, today's date, July 24th, 2013. It's actually the 10th anniversary of New York State's indoor smoking ban. 100% of restaurants and 99.4% of bars are now smoke-free in our state. Here to explain how important this legislation has been on public health, we have Anthony Villani, the director of the Erie Niagara Tobacco Free Coalition, Gretchen Leffler, the regional vice president at the American Cancer Society, and News 4's own Dr. Peter Ostro, medical reporter. Welcome to you all. You know, part of me feels like it's been this way forever, but part of me feels like it's only been this way for a minute. I know, Anthony, when this first began, there was a lot of pushback from the community.
Well, there certainly has, and I'd like to turn it over to Gretchen, who was there for some of the worst and I'd say best moments as well.
You've seen it all, right?
We did. You know, we started years and years ago trying to develop a groundswell of support. That's what the state wanted. They wanted the citizens to come forth. So it took a lot of effort. Erie County actually is about 15 years into clean air reform, but the state adopted it 10 years ago. And but it did take a lot of effort, a lot of pushback from restaurants and bars and citizens about rights and the health, you know, issues that are. You know, people want a cure for cancer, and when we say, well, you know, if we eliminate tobacco, we've got a big head start, people just didn't buy it. But, you know, we had to denormalize tobacco, which is what we're doing.
You know, and in restaurants, you did put up quite a bit of a fight in some communities. Are those restaurants coming around to this now? I mean, I know they have to by law,
More
but,
than that. The best news today, we're having a media event at 1:30 at the Steer on Main Street. And the Restaurant Association was there with us 5 years ago. They're there with us today, and they're very publicly saying that they are in favor of it. In fact, Dr. Hyland from Roswell was on the air on WBEN yesterday with Mark Croce, a big restaurateur in the area, and very heartily in favor of this because they know that their customers and especially their employees, this was a real plus for the workers in the restaurant and bar industry to have to work in a clean environment. The Surgeon General says no safe level of secondhand smoke.
Well, and you know, it's been 10 years now. Are we seeing the health benefits from this?
Absolutely. A report out of New York State showed that in just a couple years after the act went into effect in '03, they've seen a 15% drop in admissions for heart attacks, which is in a year is about a $50 million savings in health care.
You know, Dr. Ostro, I got to tell you, when I was growing up, I feel like it was just commonplace to see adults smoking. My daughter, though, who's young and who's younger than the 10-year ban, says to me, "Mommy, this person is smoking," and she's outraged. But really reaching out to young people has been so important to this, too.
Well, and that's been working. And in the towns where there were smoking bans in public places before it became statewide, the adolescents in those towns were less likely to take up smoking than in places where they saw it. And actually, we have a new frontier for this, which is that you don't have to simply inhale the smoke, secondhand smoke. You can watch it on a movie screen. And when a youngster sees a celebrity, somebody they admire, lighting up on the screen, that has been demonstrated to be an influence towards smoking. People, children whose parents don't smoke, but who smoke themselves, 50% or more of that is attributable to smoking imaging in movies. So we still have another secondhand smoke frontier to look at.
All right, I know you all will work on it. Thank you so much for the work you've done so far and the work you continue to do. We're going to send things now over to Emily Linehan in the newsroom and your .com check.
Hey, Diane.